Going. Kendra, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see a face to all the great work you do. All right, hey, second period art foundations. Today's Tuesday. You've had a lovely weekend and Monday to do some things. Everybody's been turning work in. I've been really proud of your ribbons. Last week you drew, I taught you how to draw ribbons. You drew a letter, one letter with a ribbon wrapped around it, and then you did your name in ribbons, and everybody has just done a wonderful job with that. You had 4 sketch assignments, and until further notice, just like last week, your sketch assignment is going to be here in your announcement section, so we don't get confused. And so today for your sketch assignment, you're going to be drawing 5 leaves, 5 fall leaves. And I have also here, if you scroll down, I've also given, hopefully it pops up. Come on. Well, it should be popping up. Yes, there we go. I've given you some examples. You don't have to copy these examples. I just gave you some visuals so you're not drawing from your head. Sometimes, now I think you could draw from your head 5 fall leaves? Yes, but they might start all looking the same. So I wanted to give you some examples. Down here, these are kind of watercolored examples. And then up here, these are more like computer drawn examples. But you're going to draw 5 fall leaves as creative as you want to. You could take the word fall and write those individual letters in shapes of leaves. However you want to draw 5 fall leaves. That is your sketch assignment for today, which I grade on Fridays. I think you guys have all gotten the hang of uploading your sketches on Fridays. So your sketch for today is to illustrate, to draw, to design your own. Like down here, you see there's like there's a row of them going. However you want to draw fall leaves. And then I've given you, like I said, some visuals of the fall leaves. So that is your sketch assignment. And then today we are moving into portraiture. Portraiture. That's kind of hard to say. Portraiture. Am I not even saying it right? Portraiture. So today, when you go to your assignments, you're going to see, let me make sure my volume is up here. And it is, yes. Let me turn it all the way up. Sorry, guys. I got that all the way up. Today, you're going to see what we're doing today. You are going to be practicing and completing a drawing of a face with correct facial proportions. And then below, I have given you step-by-step how you're going to do this. And I actually uploaded a very long PowerPoint. So for everybody at home and everybody in here, you're not getting to the portraiture part. You're not getting to the self-portrait part until tomorrow. Self, yay, self, meaning you. So today what you're going to be doing is you are going to be following these steps. I'm going to open this so it's bigger up here in my drive so we can all see. This is very easy. I know that when I say self-portrait and portraiture, that starts getting a little overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, now I have to draw a face. Before I get to that, I just want to show briefly some historic self-portraits. We in your art history sketch assignments, we did pretty much the entire first 6 weeks. You actually drew a lot of faces without a lot of guidance. I'm going to turn the lights out, everybody at home, so hold on for a second. So eventually, not today, but eventually we are going to be drawing ourselves. But we're not gonna start that today. But I do want to go over a little bit about portraiture with you. and you know, the first question is why would artists create self-portraits? Anybody have any idea why people drew themselves? Because back then we did not have we did not have photos, so back then it was more just think of all the art history you have already studied. It was to document what was going on, to illustrate a story, but also it was to at the beginning of things, it was to capture what you look like. It's a very no, this thing's got a mind of its own. At the beginning of time, or like with Leonardo here, this is a drawing of him. You've already done some Leonardo stuff. I'm pretty sure I think y'all did Mona Lisa. You know, this is a drawing that he did of himself just to document what he looked like. And portraiture has gone on forever since then. We needed portraits, we needed paintings to know who prominent people were. This is Albrecht Dürer's painting of himself. This is a drawing he did of himself when he was 13 years old. Vincent van Gogh, we've studied him. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm getting you confused with my intermediate class, but he did Starry Night, which is that painting right there. That's on that wall there, very famous painting. He is a very fascinating man. He cut his ear off. So this is his self-portrait paintings. Frida Kahlo, we'll study her very shortly. These are some of her self-portraits. Pablo Picasso, we studied him with Cubism. Jacob Lawrence, we studied him. He's the one that did the seamstress. Remember that sketch with the sewing machine? Okay, good. Andy Warhol, famous contemporary artist, pop artist. We'll do some stuff with him. Rembrandt, you've studied some Rembrandt. Chuck Close, we've done some, I know y'all did Chuck Close's self-portraits or studied him a little bit. These things are gigantic. Same artist, 2 different time periods of his life, 2 different drawing techniques. One is also in a pencil value. MC Escher did a lot of really cool optical illusions. Norman Rockwell is a very famous American artist. Here he is drawing himself while painting himself. And then obviously here we are in art, and you know, one of my jobs is to teach you, you know, careers that you can go into. I have a lot of students that are seniors or in my advanced classes, they will go into, a lot of them, a lot of you guys could go into illustration. That would be under graphic design. You can make a lot of money as an illustrator, designing book covers, movie posters. Speaking of which, movie posters, commercial art. We're gonna do some commercial art soon. Police sketching, that's a very prominent job. Also, courtroom. If you've ever noticed when you're watching the news and they might be showing a court case, sometimes cameras and video equipment's not allowed in there, so there's always a court drawer that's like drawing what's going on. Courtroom sketch artist. Caricatures, if you've been to Busch Gardens or any type of a theme park or even the fairs and stuff, you'll see caricature artists, and caricatures are actually breaking the rules. So we're not going to get into caricatures too much right now because I'm trying to teach you the rules of facial proportion, but they like to exaggerate certain features. So we got Obama. Anybody know who this guy is on the left? Morgan Freeman, very good. The best voice ever. Political cartoonists, if you open any newspaper, especially right now with our president, he definitely has had lots of caricatures and political cartoonists, and so has Biden, who is running against him. You can always find some very interesting political cartoonists. There's a picture of Clinton here, and he's got lipstick on his face, which might have gone back to, he had a little scandal in the White House. So That's George Bush up there. I'm not quite sure. This is probably, oh, these are some older presidents. I know that one's down here is Reagan, Nixon. And then I'm just showing you just pure talent. This is a color pencil drawing. If you've noticed outside in the hallway when you, or check it out next time you're coming in or when y'all are leaving, there's a drawing of one of my old students when I taught at Tarboro High, Renaja Knight. He went on and has is like a mechanic. Went on to school and got some additional training, I think at Edgecombe Community College. However, he makes way more money drawing pictures of people on Facebook and other social media now send him, hey, would you draw, my child, or hey, will you draw my grandmother? He makes a lot of money, didn't go to art school, makes a lot of money doing doing what he learned in Art One and the time with me at Tarboro High School. He now makes a lot of money from it. And so I like to show you things, because the way the world is now, yes, you might go on to college and major in accounting, but when you get older, you might realize, or you might have people constantly asking you, hey, will you design me this tattoo? Or, hey, will you help me with something creative, paint a mural in my house? You can make money from your skills. These are all in color pencil, which those of you, I know we've been working a little with color pencil. That's a lot of work, a lot of layers to get all those colors. There's like probably 6 color pencils that are used just right there in the self-portrait. You can tell in the lips, there's like 5 different shades of red there. Very, very great portrait here. Obviously not a caricature. Almost looks photorealist. Photorealist means that it looks almost like it is a photograph, but it is a drawing. Okay, so I just briefly wanted to show you that just to kind of warm you up into what we're going to be working on this week. But I also, not quite sure why I got out of that. But what I want to show you is what we're going to do today. So you've seen where you can get to with portraits and facial proportions. I now want you to know how. I want you to know, of course I get out of that. I now want you to know how we're going to do that, the rules, how we're going to divide up the page. It's very easy. I don't want you, what am I doing? I don't want you to stress out. See, this is the problem. This keeps pausing. There we go. Thank you. Getting back to what I am trying to show you. You have this presentation in your assignment. That is not it. Facial structure. Okay, so this is what you're doing today. You're going to learn the correct proportions to draw a face. You're not worried about your face. You're not worried about details of what you look like right now. You are going to very slowly, and I've got this in the next few slides that show you step by step. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to, in your sketchbook, this is today. I don't have it due today. I have it due tomorrow, but that doesn't mean, not be working on it. You are going to be drawing an upside down egg shape. I think it's better. I think it's easier to draw a little bit larger. So I would not be drawing this like the size of a postage stamp. I'd go ahead and take a piece of paper and, in your sketchbook and draw an upside down egg shape, because that's essentially the shape of our head. And then you don't need a ruler or anything, but then you're going to divide it vertically and horizontally with lines. Now, your eyes are going to be on that center line. And now you're thinking, oh my gosh, my forehead isn't that big. You got to remember that this is also your head, like your forehead, you know, is going to be up here. So sometimes when we start to draw faces and we don't know this information of how to start correctly, you know, our eyes are way up here and then we got this long chin and it's not proportional. So when I say facial proportions, this is what I mean. Okay, so the eyes are going to be on the center of that line. There are 5 eyes, 5 shapes of your eyes. You don't even know this, but between your eyes, the width between your eyes, I can look at every single one of you and we all have different widths. The width between your eyes, where your little corner of your eyes are, is the exact width as one of your eyes. Okay, so when you get ready to draw, you're going to, and you don't have to do these so perfect, but you're going to sketch 5 little ovals that become your eyes. And then obviously we don't need these in the middle because these 2 are going to become our eyes. That's where you get the absolute correct proportion. Believe it or not, even though we're organic, we are mathematically, there's mathematical rules for proportion. And so the space in between one eye and the other eye is exactly the width of one eye. Okay, so there's one little trick. Then you are going to draw another horizontal line dividing the space between the eyes and the chin. Okay, so then you're going to draw another, you know, there's different ways I can show you this that are a little bit more specific, like 2/3 or, you know, measure down 1.5 inches. Just eye it. Okay, you've got your egg shape. You're doing your horizontal line with your eyes. Then between where you drew that horizontal line and where your chin is, you're going to just divide that section in half. See, these are the exact same width. Okay, so you're going to divide that section in half. So it's another very, very simple horizontal line. You can draw all these little guidelines. These would all be guidelines. This is a guideline. All of this stuff are just your guidelines. So you can just lightly sketch those in. So you're going to lightly sketch another horizontal line in. And this is where the end of your nose is going to extend. Okay? Now, your nose, these little parts of your nostril, I could go around and look at everybody right now. Your nostrils, this is how crazy your face is. Your nostrils, your nose, these little curvy parts of your nose end exactly at where your eyes start, okay? So you're gonna come in, you're just gonna draw this little, almost like a long W. It kind of divots back out, comes back in. So that's where your nose is gonna go. Very, very easy. It looks hard, it's very, very easy. If you follow these steps, if you follow what it says here, you will have it absolutely proportionally correct. Now, us females, we already know this because we do our eyebrows, most of us, or, you know, we watch videos on all of this stuff. Your eyebrows start at the exact place, same thing, where your nose ends and your eyes start, your eyebrows start right there. So you're going to draw a nice little eyebrow shape. You're not going to come in, you know, you don't have to come in and, you know, give yourself some caterpillar eyebrows. You're just going to draw that shape. You then are going to, did I skip a step? No. Okay. You're then going to put some round circles in for your eyes and then the corner of your mouth. If I walked around, we all have different lengths of our mouth. The corners of our mouth directly line up. If I took a ruler right here, the corner of where our mouth ends is where directly in the middle of our eyeball. So then you're going to draw the top part of your lip. You could do the little bottom part of your lip. And then you are going to add your hairline, which starts midway between where your eye line is and the top of your egg, okay? So the lines that you have drawn so far, you had your egg shape, you then did your grid, you did a line right in the middle, then you came down here and divided these 2 spaces up. Now you're gonna come up here and divide the top of the head and where your eye line is. And this is where your forehead, your hairline is. So then you're gonna draw the hairline. Now we all have different hairstyles, like mine's parted in the middle, so, you know, but don't worry about how you look right now. Right now, just kind of get this basic step in, and that's it. You could come in, we're not going to do it, but you know, then what we would do is we'd come in and we'd be more specific with what we look like. As an example, like I typically have a part in the middle, so I would not have this here. My hair would go up a little, you know, I would have a part here, and then my hair would probably go down a little bit more like this. Did I talk about the ears? Did I skip over the ears? Did it not have the ears in here? Oh, I did skip over the ears when we were dealing with I did skip over. So your ears literally start at your eyes and end at the tip of your nose. Everything is mathematical. Does that make sense? It's very easy. And this is exactly what you all look like, except, you know, everybody's got extra little details, but this is exactly how to proportionally draw a face. And that is what you're going to do today. You're going to follow these steps, and you are going to end up with a proportional drawing. You know, if you're a guy and you don't have all this hair down here, don't put it down there. But this is exactly, I'm just showing you this example. This is exactly what one of your finished examples should look like. I'm fine seeing all your little grid lines. You can tell how they have divided this up. You don't have to be, here's another example. You do not have to be perfect with what you're doing, but what I care about is that you can do step by step. When we take things that are complex, like our face, and we divide them up and simplify them into just basic shape, egg shape for the head, then we do a horizontal and vertical line right in the middle of it. Then we measure out our eyes. Then we divide that horizontal line in the middle. We divide it in the chin right in half. So this is half right here, half, half. So from here to here, this is a half a line. We also do that up there with the hairline. So it's very, very simple. And you're just going to lightly add in all your other features. And that's it. So that's what we're doing today. Tomorrow, we're going to be moving on to actual portraiture that deals with yourself. And I will discuss that further tomorrow. I want to see if I have any questions in the chat room, which I don't. So I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to give you time to do your sketch assignment and do this. Okay, this is not due today, it's due tomorrow. So please take your time and do a really good job.